Hello, my name is George, and I go by the handle Desert Travel on YouTube. I want to talk today about the statement that's in the New Testament that was said by Jesus. It was Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, where Jesus said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added up to you." This was the Lord's mission statement while he was on the earth. I want to go through the Old Testament and give you some perspective on this statement made by the Lord. First of all, in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1, the Lord came to Abraham and says, "Leave your native country, your relatives, and your father's family, and go to the land I will show you." Abraham did as he was told. Later, Abraham prayed for a son. The Lord gave him one, even though Sarah was very old at the time. And however, the Lord tested Abraham again by saying, "Take your son Isaac, whom you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. Go and sacrifice him as a burnt offering on one of the mountains." So Abraham took Isaac up into the mountains, and when he was about to kill his only son, the angel of the Lord stopped him and said, "As a result of your obedience, your descendants will be blessed." Again, Daniel chapter 6, verse 7 to 9. The king gave orders that for the next 30 days, any person who prays to anyone, divine or human, except to him, will be thrown into the den of lions. So King Darius signed this law. Daniel continued to pray to God. The king gave orders to throw Daniel into the den of lions. Daniel was saved by an angel whom God had sent to protect him. Then the king issued a decree that everyone in his kingdom should tremble with fear before the God of Daniel. Again, in the Old Testament, there were three people in the furnace. This was in Daniel chapter 3, verses 13 to 29. Nebuchadnezzar issued a decree that all people should worship the gold statue that the king had set up. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to serve the king's God. They only served the one and only God. The king threw them into the furnace. They were not harmed. The king issued a decree and said, "Praise to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He made this decree. If any people, whatever their race or nation or language, speak a word against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they will be torn limb from limb." What do I want to say? What do I want to summarize from all these statements? The mission statement of the Lord while he was on this earth was to spread the kingdom of God on earth. The Lord, obviously God lives in heaven, so does his Son, although God is everywhere, and this is something we cannot understand as humans. But God decided to populate this earth, and so he created a planet, and he gave us flesh, and he told us where to live and how to live. In all these instances in the Old Testament, you will notice that as a result of the obedience of these followers of the Lord decided to expand his kingdom. His mission statement was clear. It was the expansion of his kingdom. All these decrees that were issued, these were all an expansion of his kingdom. Everything the Lord did and every person that the Lord used was for the purpose of expanding his kingdom.